Okay, I'm going to talk about wealth manifestation. And I'm going to talk about Amanda Francis. Um, okay, if you don't know, Amanda Francis is on The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills this season. And everybody is talking about her. And I'm going to say, I don't think that Amanda Francis, and actually, I know that Amanda Francis is not a scam artist. Okay. I don't think she's spectacular, but I don't think she's a scam artist. And this isn't a video on bashing her. This is more so about showing the differences in how I coach versus how she coaches. And I'm not saying it's wrong because it works for certain people, and it's just different. It's kind of like a different kind of toothpaste. That's all. Um, yeah. Okay, so, and if you don't know what I'm talking about and you're curious, go watch episode 2 of The Real Housewives of this season with Amanda Francis. Okay? And this is for my female founders who are clients, future clients, any person who has any kind of deep interest in getting to know me better. I might get emotional. I don't know. Because I finally felt vindicated in a way that only God can vindicate you. And it has nothing to do with Amanda. Nothing to do with Amanda. But let me explain. So, and here's the thing. We're going to go, there's a possibility, I wouldn't be surprised about this at all, if Amanda was playing up this act to be a character in the show. I wouldn't be surprised about that at all. Would I have, if I was in the same situation, would I have created a different character? Probably, but let's just go with it's actually real. Okay? So I want to give her the benefit of the doubt and say, like, maybe she's just, milking it to, like, give some drama to the show. In which case, we're just going to look at it as, like, this is the character. This is the difference. Okay? So with that in mind, again, I want to say, like, I actually respect and admire what she's built. This isn't bashing her at all. I have had clients that have worked with her in her highest containers. I've had who have gotten good results. I've had clients who have coached her. I know she has a good heart. I know that she has worked her, off for several years building her following. So, like, there's respect there for her commitment to her work. And I do believe that she has a deep desire to do good in this world. So I do think that there's some, good stuff about her. And there's no however to that. I just want to, like, make that clear. I do think that and when I say vindication, this is referring back to 6-7 years ago. I had a client, and one of them went and worked with Amanda, who was obsessed with the fact that Amanda had been getting these crazy big results. And Amanda does create big results. And she has had clients who have gotten big results. And I know that is true. So no, I don't believe she's a scam artist. I think I've already said that, but I just want to make that very, very clear. Very, very clear. And one of the reasons why I wanted to go into this was because I had 3 or 4 women hop into my DMs yesterday and talk about their fears on the coaching industry and the future of the coaching industry because of Amanda Francis. And I was just like, I was just kind of surprised, because anytime that you base your fear on where an industry is going based on one person or one person's results, it's like you're signaling a really, really, really bad mindset. Like, you clearly haven't been doing your mindset work. Or you're going through something. And so I was like, you know what? To my clients, to my future clients, to my friends, to my future husband, To any men that date me, if you want to date me, you need to watch this video and you'll see why. And if you can't see why, we're not a fit. Okay? Okay. All right. So yes, that means go watch The Real Housewives episode 2, at least. If you're really into me, you'll watch the whole damn season. That'd be so funny. I mean, that'd be hilarious. Okay, so anyways, I could literally feel it. Them shaking their heads. Oh, that'd be so cute. Okay, so anyways, all right. So here's the story. So the vindication thing. So I had this clients, but one of them was more vocal about it than others. That was so wanting to get these big results that Amanda was producing. And I was adamant about putting character first before results. And even though I had helped people create massive results, I had realized, and I talked about this in previous videos, that once I had proven to myself that I could do that, it was kind of like and I said it in the previous video, I had a gut check where it was like, okay, I know that I can do this and I can continue to do this. But if my character isn't right, then I see where this is going to go. I see what archetype I'm going to become, aka Amanda Francis on The Real Housewives. I see who I'm going to become, and I don't like it. And what I mean by that character is very insecure, needing to talk about labels, needing to talk about money, needing to talk about how much money I make, how much, and proving that I have this very successful business and that I'm legit and all of these things, and kind of one-upping people and proving that I'm, I have it and I can help people manifest all sorts of stuff. And I knew that because I knew at that point I had done 10 to 15 hour days of like 10 years worth of mindset work at that point. So I knew that if somebody was going to obsessively teach on wealth manifestation and be primarily 99.9% focused on ego, which is what New Age manifestation is. New Age wealth manifestation is ego-based. So it's me. It's going to look like I'm going to manifest this amount of money. I'm going to feel this way when I manifest this money. I'm going to be in the sensation of, vibrational alignment to, an abundance. It's about what I want and what I feel and how I'm going to get there and how it's going to feel and how it's going to look and what me. And I knew that I could do that. But without the character and the built security within myself, it was going to look like that. And I knew for my own alignment purposes that there was an identity deep within me. There was different identities that I could latch onto. This is for my clients. I could see the identity that I was going to, like the different identities that I could get on. And that was one of them. Very similar to what Amanda's showing on The Housewives. And I'm saying to you, to my clients, if I would have taken that path, if I wouldn't have backed away, that's who I would have become. To my future husband, that's what I would have become. To any man who's interested in me, that's what I would have become. And I didn't want to be that. So do I look smaller? Do I look not as accomplished? Sure. But can I honestly say, on this like deep, profound level, that the confidence and the security and the standards that I've built with God about who I am and what I stand for And what I won't tolerate is so deep within me that I could literally be living out of a cardboard box and know that I could attract a billionaire and put him in his place and have my life completely flipped upside down and become that person that I've always meant to be, because I had that kind of faith in my God that I serve and in myself. I didn't have that kind of faith in myself back then. And I knew on a profound level that there was no way in hell I'd have that kind of faith in myself if I went that path that Amanda's doing. That is an example of New Age wealth manifestation. Now, you can't see the physical results, and that might be because God doesn't want me to show you those physical results. God works like that. You don't know who I'm talking to. You don't know what clients I have. You don't know where I'm at. I knew that I said in a previous video that one of the reasons why I backed away from the coaching industry, like marketing and stuff, was, there were a lot more primary examples, but one of them was that money obsession was something that I wanted to get under control, because I literally saw that how I would be with really elite people, where I would feel like I needed to talk about how much money I made and all of those things, like Amanda. And I knew that I might get to those levels, but I wouldn't get beyond those levels and have the kind of respect and appreciation and the kind of relationship with Almighty God where people would be like, whoa, there's substance there. There's deep substance there. Like the people who put values first and character first would say that's the real deal. And of course, people, if I got to that level, people are going to call me a scam artist, because that's just the way it goes. But it would be different. That's why it's important to watch that show, so you know what I'm talking about. And I knew back then that it was going to be a hard road, but it was going to be worth it. And I knew that I wouldn't be able to feel right within myself until I did that. And so to my clients, yeah, wealth manifestation is real. And I'll help you make a shitload of money. But you got to prove that you're worthy of me helping you do it by putting your character first and making damn sure you're not going to be that insecure. Because people who come to work with me, they don't want to be that. That's not their vibe. It's not bad, it's just not their vibe. And it's a really good example of two ladies and men who are trying to figure out about New Age manifestation versus manifesting with Almighty God. That is a classic example. Of New Age manifestation versus working with Almighty God. Because you don't know what He's doing in my life. You don't know. Even my closest friends, my own mother, may not know what's going on in my life. Wealth manifestation, I'm going to break down wealth manifestation in terms of